Good morning YouTube. Everyone keeps saying I want you to do a video in the green jacket. Now this isn't the green jacket, but this is our green jacket, very similar to the green jacket. Now we've actually got the M3 behind me. I'm wearing the green jacket because we're going to get very dirty. The other day I was driving the A127 and it was going dun 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 slightly. It was like you're going over tiny speed bumps. I was like, it's a speed bumps here. I got out, thought it was a flat tyre. Nonetheless, it weren't a flat tyre. That was my brakes binding. My caliper on the rear right has seized. I'm going to put a picture now. When I went down the A127, it was glowing red, so that caliper is absolutely seized. I've actually not even looked how bad it is or anything. I don't know what it is. I have ordered a rebuild kit, so I was in two scenarios, whether to just get a new caliper or like a refurbished one, or just do a rebuild kit. I thought it would be better content to do a caliper rebuild, so we've ordered a caliper rebuild. It's supposed to be here today at some point. I'm not sure if it is. It might be up there, but nonetheless I've ordered full brakes and full pads all the way around. Yes, it was expensive. It's very difficult because these M3s are actually one pot piston all the way around. Very strange. Now, I've actually never rebuilt a caliper, so this is going to be interesting for you guys to see and interesting for me to learn as well. So nonetheless, let's get the jack out. It's either usually just a piston stuck inside, so it obviously gets a little bit of rust or a bit of dirt on the piston seal and that'll just stick it, or it could be something to do with the handbrake. So let's get it all apart and let's have a look. Right, so my rebuild kit still isn't here yet, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take the jack off the back and just do the fronts, get them out of the way. Just look at the size of these bastards. Honestly, they're fucking huge, they are. Look at the size of these. Fucking huge, and that's why they're so fucking expensive. So here is the M3. Now, they've actually got quite good pads lost in the front, but you see the lip on here is terrible. So these discs need changing. They are looking very old and not very good, so I am getting quite a lot of brake wobble as well, so I reckon these have got heating. Now the guy did say he has tracked this car once, so I think it was on these discs, so these discs are probably a little bit warped, but nonetheless we need to get these calipers off. Huge calipers, but I do actually think they're only one piston, so this is just like an anti-rattle thing. Literally just pops out quite easy, to be fair. If you look on the back, there's like two little dust caps, one at the top, one on the bottom. Take that off and there's two sliding pins, so we're gonna get the 7mm and just pop them out. I'm actually just using this just to push the piston back in. I can actually wedge it against there, and that's actually pushing the piston back in, which is good. So hopefully we won't actually need to use the tool, so it's now really free. So there we go. There she is, boys. This is where my guy Eddie, shout out to Einhell, Eddie the Einhell. Oh, I can't get the bottom one. Oh, fucking hell. It was a bit awkward to crack with the angle, but we got it. Yeah, there we go. So, carrier off, disc off. As you said, I'm not going to focus too much on changing the brakes because I'm sure most of you guys already know, but the main part of the video is rebuilding that caliper, so, but I'll just, you know, obviously the brake discs here, these are covered in grease to stop them rusting, oil, sorry, to stop them rusting, so always make sure you clean them off with some like degreaser. For little discs, well, little, fucking huge. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the first injury of the day. Yay! Fucking deep it out. Really need to push the piston all the way back in because it is quite free, but I'm just going to do it. And since this is too small, I'm actually just using that old pad just to push it back in a little bit more. So as you say, it's not perfect, but it's working. Right, so I'm going to clean it inside here and on the runners and stuff, and then I'm also just going to grease up the pads and put it back on. There we go, she's on. So I'm just going to press the brake a few times just to get that piston pressed up. Just finished off by putting the clip back in there. Quite easy, push it in there and then you kind of just get a hammer and just whack in the little indent. Spacer back on, wheel back on. Okay, so that's the first side on. I'm going to quickly do the other side and we'll get back to you. And hopefully this caliper rebuild kit turns up anytime soon. It's supposed to be delivered today. So I'll turn the wheel, should be able to get the brake alarm on it here. Sorry about the noise in the background, we're just getting something cemented, but I've got one off. There's actually two on this side, there was only one on the other side. I'm struggling to get this off, so a Hex 5 has rounded it. I'm going to see if I can get a similar size torque, whack the torque in, and just use the gun very lightly. I've tried it. Okay, so I'm just doing it very lightly, and we got it. Torque's 30 and Eddie the Einhell, my boys! There we go, that could have stopped our day. Okay, so that's both the fronts on. Now, I've actually just been informed that my package has arrived upstairs, so that's cool. We're going to start the backs, figure out what the hell's going on with this right hand side caliper. Blowing the other day. I'm going to take off the caliper and see if I can just wind it in and out. If it's freely moving, then that's telling me that it's something to do with the handbrake sticking on. So let's do that first of all, because I think the seal's going to be broke and I think there's going to be like rust or dirt in there, and that's seizing it forward. But yeah, let's have a look. Put the pins out the back. They were actually quite tight. I'm just going to get in here and same again as the front, just try and pry it against the caliper, just to try and free it up a little bit. That is tight, so I'm probably going to have to, I think that will come off with a bit of a hammer, but even still, that's fucking tight, mate. Ah! Fucking tight, mate. There we go. Right, so now we've got the caliper off. I'm actually going to put the wind back tool in there and just see how free it is. Yeah, it sees, guys. If you see here, I cannot push that piston. Oh, see the seal there at the top? I think it's letting shit in. Let's rebuild a caliper. I've got a line clamp in there from Halford, so we're going to push the piston out most of the way if we can, and then we're going to clamp this brake line, and hopefully that will stop all the brake fluid coming out. But let's see. I'm just going to lift up the seal and have a look what the piston's like. Fucked. See all the rust on it? So yeah, look at that, guys. Piston should not be that pitted. Well, not pitted, but it's just got so much shit all over it. So definitely, I would not be happy putting that back in. Okay, so I'm going to keep pumping the brake. Just push that piston out as far as possible. Alright, go on, because I'm going to try and clamp the brake line. It's hard, yeah? Yeah, it's really hard. Push it down and hold it. No, it's not moving. Oh, your steering wheel off. Yeah, go on. Ready? Yeah. There you go, right. Oh, it's so close coming out. Yeah. Right, hang on, let me just clamp it off again. Because it's going to literally just pop that. It's going to literally just fucking pop out. I just don't want brake fluid to go everywhere, so I'm trying to do it again. There she goes. Right, cool, she's out. Right, let's clamp that. Jesus, mate, that was hard. Right, there she is. Boom. That is a fucked piston. I'm just going to pop the brake line off the back, bin the caliper off this because we don't want to keep, you know, snapping up the brake lines. There we go. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes again. Like a ton of builders over there, probably thinking, the fuck is that Virgin doing? So this is where I'm up to with it. This ring just sat round the edge like that, but the rubber was underneath it, and there was no way of getting the rubber seal out without, you know, taking this ring off. And this ring is really flexible, it does just push back on, but I assume that this ring has to come off because that almost feels like it's attached to the to there. So I'm sure that in the new seal that I'll get one of these little metal rings in there, hopefully, otherwise I'm a bit screwed. But as you see, like, look, that's definitely attached, the rubber's definitely attached to there. So here is a rebuild kit. So I've got the two pistons in there, and these are the seals, one for each one. So we've got the caps and same, and we actually have just seen as well 2 new bleed nipples as well. But good news, the big seal has got the metal thing on it. So what I've done is correct. So I'm just going to clean it off a little bit more. I say it looks miles better now. I'm just going to clean it off a little bit more. I need to get that inner seal out as well. So I'm literally just popping out everything the new kit comes with. So it comes with both of these. Now I'm going to start just cleaning the inside of that groove with a screwdriver, and also the outside of here with a screwdriver as well, just to make sure that there's no shit where the seals are sitting. I'm quite happy it's quite clean. I'm quite happy that the seals are going to sit in there quite nicely. So okay, so firstly we've got the inner seal, which goes on the inside. We're just going to rub this in a load of grease, just like that, on the inside. And again, if this doesn't work, then we're just going to buy a new piston, but it's good to learn. We're putting the seal back on the piston now. My guy said slide this all the way down. Some people like to put it on that bit first, but I'm going to follow this guy. Bit fiddly, there's always lube on my hand, mate. Feed this into the bit there. So we're going to push this down in here just a little bit. Now, this should go in by hand. Wow! What plugged him in. Okay, so I've actually got the caliper screwed back on it. But yeah, it's we're all good to go. The new bleed nipple is on. Obviously I'm not going to be able to bleed it today, but I'm happy, to be fair. So I've just pushed the caliper out a little bit, and now that is seating inside the piston all the way around. There's no crinkles. I pushed the piston out and that seal wasn't coming, so I think we've done it, boys. I think we're good. That was, I'm not gonna say, oh, well, let's just wait to see if it works. But okay, so there it is. That is on. I'm pretty sure it's all good. Seems all good. So it will definitely need bleeding, because I am on my own at the minute and I've not got a bleeding tool. Yeah, so they're gonna be quite spongy when I'm driving, but I honestly don't care. Rear left went super easy. The piston was absolutely fine on that side. I was quite worried about if the other one was bad, this one would have been bad, but this one actually went in super easy, so it's fine. I probably will use that rebuild kit if after like a couple of weeks and if that piston's working totally fine on that side, then I'm gonna probably rebuild this one shortly. But for now it's fine, it's working, we're back on. Oh, so happy. I've not living like I've not driven it in like 3 weeks. It's only been about 5 days. So happy, oh my god. But let's just finish it up. Like you said, we're actually going out off road in like, well, we're supposed to be going now, but obviously we're not, so we're going to be pushing it back an hour or so. So I'm going to get everything ready on this car and I'm going to pick you up on the drive home. But let me just finish off and tidy up all this shit. Okay, so they're very, very spongy. Oh my god, they're quite like dangerously spongy. I'm not gonna lie, I did lose a lot of brake fluid. So we definitely need to get them bled like either tomorrow or Monday, really, because like they're bad. Like, I'm barely even stopping. So we're on the road, we're good, we've actually done the hard work. Just gonna take it to a probably one of my friend's garage, or even if my friend wants to help me bleed it tomorrow, that'll be great as well. Just obviously I can't do it on my own without one of the kits, so just need to be very careful, because as I said, like I genuinely have like 50% brakes at the minute. I'd say like 50% brake pressure. It's nice to have that noise again, but yeah, my god, the brakes. But thanks for watching, everyone. Look at my eyes, takes me back. I'm getting old now, I shouldn't be doing this shit. I'm fucking 25.